Hello folks, I'm Jerry McGargle with the CBS Evening News, and I'm doing a special report on a serious problem here in the Midwest. That problem is farm gangs. Yes, farm gangs. A problem that we can no longer ignore. This is Fremont County, a virtual war zone after the farm gangs have taken control of the gravel roads. And even these cornfields aren't safe anymore. As you can see, bodies sprawled out as if there had been a war. Children of all ages have fallen victims to the brutal slaves of the farm gangs. Children such as these. I'm dark, I'm grim, I'm full of sin. Here comes a farmer now. I burn the land to the ground to give me energy. I'm set aside from all the rest. The earth beneath my feet. Arrogance and ignorance are good enough for me. European, gonna win. Remember, you saw it here first on CBS. With the use of heavy farm machinery and herbicide chemical warfare, the farmers have turned this once peaceful state of Iowa into a bloody state of terrorism. The search and destroy tactics employed by the farm gangs are brutal and vicious to the residents of this rural town called Imogene. The people of this town have been isolated and ruthlessly suppressed by the notorious farm gangs. These gangsters devastate people's homes and cars. They pillage, ambush, they butcher and hang people. And yes, they even practice vegicide. Yes, vegicide, or better known as garden clubbings. The violent act of beating or clubbing innocent people with garden vegetables. Here is what a few residents of Imogene had to say about this. McGargle with an on-the-spot interview with a resident from Imogene. Ma'am, were you a victim of vegicide?
Yes, I was.
Can you tell me what happened?
Well, I think it was squash, but I never knew how hard it really was until I became a victim of
vegicide. Vegicide.
Vegicide. Vegicide.
Did you guys see them farm gangs out there?
I've seen 4 of them.
Seen 4 of them? Were you guys scared?
Do we look frightened?
Thank you. Every county in Iowa has farm gangs. Their activities include everything from smoking corn silk to drive-by pitchforkings, as seen here. The aftermath of a bloody encounter between 2 rival gangs, one wearing DuPont hats and red overalls, while the other wearing decal hats and blue overalls. Both sides will do whatever it takes to protect their county. Sir, can I ask a question about the farm gangs in this neighborhood?
What gang?
Farm gangs. You ever heard about the farm gangs? What we're about to show you may be quite shocking. If you have any children around, I advise you to keep them down, keep them away from the TV. We're going out in the country now, where it really gets rough. One of the most senseless acts of violence occurred here at this barn. The residents around here call it the Hay Bale Massacre. While a farming crew from Page County was filling this barn with hay, they were savagely bombarded with hay bales from up there. The Hughes gang locked these barn doors and then proceeded to launch hundreds of hay bales on the unsuspecting victims. Everyone was killed. Tell me, how long have you people been living on this farm?
Well, I lived here about 20 years, I reckon. How long you lived here?
I've been here for 59 years.
Really?
That's a long time, ain't it?
What do you think of the farm gangs going around this area?
Didn't know we had any farm gangs. No.
I think
I
that's
think that's bad because they come in and slaughter the cows, or some of them, are young calf, and cut the organs out of them, and they use them in these cults for sacrifice or something. I've never heard about.
that's just terrible.
I think it's terrible.
What do you think of them, these farm
Well,
gangs?
it's just terrible. I mean, them kids come out here and them gangs, and they just terrorize us poor old folks out here on the farm, and it just ain't right, you know. You work all your life, and them young punks, them young kids, I mean, just come out here and just bother everybody.
We want to thank you for sharing us with your thoughts. Thank you very much. Whether the farmers wear DuPont hats, red overalls, or blue overalls and decal hats, the violence must stop. From Vegetide to drive-by pitchforkings, the violence here in southwest Iowa must stop. We must do something about this bloodshed. It's been compared to Vietnam. It's been compared to Cambodia.